Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Christian Powers of Charlotte Football. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Thanks for having me on the podcast tonight.
All right. So how has the season been going? Well, I should say season. How has practice been going so far?
It's been going really smooth. Our energy has been really high, and I do believe that we can get past our last year of losing in the district championship, and this year I think we'll get to be able to beat whoever our opponent is in the district championship, and finally get our number or our year on the banner.
Yeah. So coming into this year, I know that you're a quarterback. What's that like for you?
It's fun. I think people say it's the hardest position. It's pretty hard, but at the same time, it's like the best position I think you could play in football. For me, I love it. I've always wanted to play quarterback my entire life. And then I finally got the opportunity to play, varsity last year. It was a blast.
Yeah. So it's going to be you and you and Ben kind of the
Hmm.
as the two quarterbacks this year. What's it like what are the relationship between you and Ben like?
Oh, me and Ben, we're really good friends. We don't care that we're splitting snaps, or anything. We're always it's team. Me and him are both team first. We don't care about individual goals. We care about team goals first. Team always comes first between with me and Ben.
Actually, well, I mean, it's going to benefit the whole program as well. With
Yeah.
really all three levels. But overall, what's it been like to just to see the growth that you've had so far this year?
I've liked my growth so far. Usually, I used to have like a really like, not the greatest like throwing arm, but I worked in the off season for it and my arm is a lot better, weight in the weight room, and everything. But yeah, I think I've improved a lot since last year.
Yeah. So going into, this season, how do you like get ready for a game?
Um, I just try and sometimes I try and get my mind off of it because so I don't get too too anxious for the game. I don't like to build it up too much. People are always talking, "Oh my gosh, how are you feeling about the game?" I'm like, yeah, can't wait for the game. And then when you finally put those pads on, that's when you get those nerves and you're ready to go. And that's when you get all hyped and everything. I like to just, I'm like the quiet guy that sits in the corner by myself and just takes everything in. It's a great feeling when you finally step out on that field and you're ready to go.
Yeah. What's your favorite play to run?
Uh, I would say 36 waggle. Oh, I love that play. It's just everything's going on in the backfield. It's just everything's going on. You can't tell where the ball is, and all of a sudden, I'm out with the ball. You know, my favorite play.
Yeah. Going into this season, what has it been like, these last few years since you've kind of been in this program, and what is kind of like, Coach Sparks has kind of done to really get this program going in the right direction?
Oh, I've my freshman year I came in, and it's always he's always been we've got the three F's: faith, family, football, and that's when order comes in. You know, God comes first, family comes second, and football comes third. So I've loved Sparks. Because Sparky always goes like down. Like when he first became the football coach, I was in like I think eighth grade, and he came down and he talked to a bunch of us like as soon as he got in, telling us like what's going to happen when we get into high school, and he wants us to try and become like mentors for kids that are lower on like whatever in school. He wants us to like in eighth grade, like eighth graders, he'll give us a list of their names, and then we'll pick a buddy, and we'll like mentor them, like say, oh, have a great game this weekend. I might be able to come out to the game, and just like we've had like CJO camps. So like those are like CJOs like it's the junior Orioles. And
Yeah.
we'll go out there and we'll camp. So like we'll bring a bunch of football players from the high school team and help all the kids with their fundamentals and with their attitude and how to just have a great time in the football.
How do you get over the bad? How do you get over like the bad times and all that?
Um, Usually I like to just I'm really good at just like forgetting what happened last play. I mean, obviously everyone makes excuses sometimes, and I do that a lot. But I do like to just calm down. I like to sometimes I'll just go walk away for a second and just take a deep breath and just calm down. But I'm pretty good at just forgetting what happened in the last play.
Yeah. Um, okay, so what's on Christian Powers' playlist?
Um, like I like country music, but I also like alternative music. So it like Noah Khan. I like him or Chris Stapleton. Those are my two of my guys I like to listen to.
Okay. Um, all right. So you get full pads tomorrow. What's that gonna be like?
Uh, Probably gonna be really hot. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be really hot. I mean, I think it'll be fun. The guys will finally want to get the able to like actual fully hit. You know, usually we just do thuds. We just do uppers most of the time. So it's just thud. You hit the guy, but you can't bring him, take him to the ground because we don't want anyone getting hurt. And
No,
I think it's been pretty good because I don't think we might have had two guys get hurt so far through 4 days, so that's pretty good. Uh, we always got just when we're able to what's the word? When we're able to finally hit fully, I think our linemen and our D linemen are gonna have so much fun with that.
for sure. And really coming into the season, what are some of the what is something that you're most looking forward to this year?
Um, Getting back to the playoffs and probably be able to going over that hump because my freshman year I came in, we hadn't made the playoffs in I don't know like 7 years something like that, and then we hadn't won a playoff game since like 2003 or 2004, and we got to the playoffs. We qualified for the playoffs for the first time in forever, and then we lost in the first round. And then my sophomore year, we got to the playoffs, and we finally got past that hump of the first game, and we won our first playoff game in forever. But then we got to the district championship and we lost. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to being able to get back to that game and getting over that hump to put our number on the banner
Yeah,
and just be in school history forever.
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, let's get to know you a little bit, Christian. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what is do you have any football superstitions?
Um, Not really. No, I don't think so. I mean, when I get into the season, I might like create a couple, and then they might last for 2 to 3 games, and then I'll probably forget to put it on or forget to do something. But other than that, I don't think I really have a superstition. No,
Okay. What's your favorite team to root for? Like,
like in like the NFL,
really any sport, any team.
uh, mostly the Lions. I like the Lions. And the Tigers are terrible, but whatever. Michigan State, go green. I'm a state fan. My grandpa's a huge Chiefs fan, so I gotta help him out and root for the Chiefs a little bit. But I'm gonna go with the Lions first. I got him in the week one. Lions, 40-0. Easy win. Even though they're in Arrowhead, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody said the other night, I can't remember if it was Ben or not, but I think he might. I don't think it was him, but somebody said that I talked to that night that the Lions were going to go win the Super Bowl and stuff.
Oh, I got him too. This year is the year. Dan Campbell, we're going on all the way.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna come back to this in February to see if this is a bad take or not. So we'll go from there.
Oh,
Um,
nice. It'll be a great take, guaranteed.
okay. Let's see. What's your go-to place for food?
Um, I'd have to say probably Subway. Or
Okay.
there's a place in Charlotte. It's called Side Street. I like that. It's fresh and it's like freshly made stuff. That's one of my number one places I'd like to go for food.
Yeah. And finally, what are name three things people might not know about Christian?
Um, I don't even know.
Just random facts people might not know about you.
I'm really good at geography and I'm really good at history. And those are my main things I like to do in school or in my free time. Uh, I guess I play 3 different sports.
Okay. What do you play?
Football, basketball, and baseball. There's more that I want to play, but you can't play them all.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, Christian, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and
Oh
best luck
yeah.
this season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.